I'm bored, fam. I don't want to brew anymore. It's too much work. You're stuck in a brew slump. I'm just joshing, but I know you've been there. There's a lot of physical work in homebrewing. There's a lot of research. There's a lot of cleanup. And anybody who's ever brewed understands this. Where do we get motivation from? What keeps us brewing on our weekends? What keeps us giving up our Saturdays to brew? I honestly just sit in my bed all day waiting to be inspired. If I didn't get inspired, I wouldn't leave my bedroom. But this video can help you summon some motivation. And I know that for a fact because it works for me. Someone here? First thing I do, send nudes. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I subscribe to a craft beer magazine. This one is awesome. Not as good as this one. But this one is awesome. It's got recipes, it's got good articles on tasting rooms all over the nation and in Europe and such. Even the ads are cool because generally it's got products that I'm generally interested in. Food recipes, which are my favorite videos to make on YouTube. IPA mustard. I just wish more people watched our food videos. Look at that. Brush. This is a really good magazine, and it keeps me in the loop of what's going on in the beer world. The newest trends, the newest styles, maybe stuff that's not working, new recipes. I probably already said that. If you guys vouch for any other magazines out there, maybe post it in the comment section and let everybody know it's worth checking out. Number 2, listen to podcasts. They are free. We are 100% done with the broadcast on Homebrew for Life. We're moving it over to Spotify and its own channel. I think podcasts are so much better to listen to when it's just audio. You just put it on in the background, do your dishes, clean your house, whack your pud, punch your clown. We're looking at two guys talk for 2 hours. I don't know. It doesn't really work. But check them out. Just go on podcast platforms, Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and just type in beer or homebrewing or craft beer, and I guarantee you there's going to be some good ones that come up. Step 3, and this is the one that I vouch for the most. Watch YouTube videos. Just watch YouTube videos. Subscribe to YouTube videos. We're all a little bit different. Yeah, we're making videos in reference to homebrewing, but there's different themes with each channel. When I watch Genius Brewing, aka Sleeveless in Seattle, more often than not, they're talking about recipe development, comparing and contrasting ingredients. Homebrew for Life is probably the exact opposite. Genius has a commercial brewery, so they are brewing probably more than anybody. So he's gonna know a lot more than a channel like Homebrew for Life in that regard. Probably in every regard. I can maybe swing one grain to glass video a month. Genius, I think, puts out the most content too. I think they have an editor, so they're just gonna put out more and more content than the average channel. I think most people that host their own craft beer YouTube channels are also the editors. As with me, in 3.5 years, I've edited every single one of our videos. I have no idea why it's still like that way. I gotta focus on the DIY stuff. Saving money, jimmy rigging, focusing on your system and not so much the recipe. How to clean stuff properly. My biggest focus is, can I research, write a little bit, edit, shoot, in 3 days top. That is my perfect video. So I can't really do the recipe development stuff that often. Then you look at Brian from Short Circuited Brewers, and the pulse for his channel is electric brewing with very nice homebrewing stuff. The type of homebrewing stuff that I cannot afford. Very honest pros and cons review videos of the nicest, newest, and ultimately the most expensive homebrewing parts and system on the market. So then I steal Brian's videos in a way, because I'm gonna tell my dumbass that I'm going to make a DIY version of this. Some homebrew channels have food and barbecuing, which I definitely will be doing more of in 2021. Some of the channels keep their videos simple and extremely concise. Some channels are, while other channels are longer and more thorough. There's no right or wrong, depending on the audience. Some people like to see, probably the younger generation is just like bam, 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 bam. Maybe the older generation wants to see just a longer video. There's absolutely no right or no wrong. Our channel is probably similar to the Portly Gentleman. It's kind of more on the easy fix, DIY kind of stuff. Can we make a sparge arm out of a banana peel and a used condom? Some channels are very eye-catching. Some channels you could see that they studied video film in college, and it's gonna be more, it's just gonna look prettier. Some channels that I watch aren't even in English. DIY, grain to glass, product review, honest product review, recipe development, food, and just whatever else. And watch out for bad brew days. Bad brew days can put you in a slump. They put me in a slump. When we first started Homebrew for Life, we would have people over and just start cracking double IPAs at 10 a.m. That day is long over. If I gotta be a dick or somebody has to be a dick, to have a successful brew day, then that's just the way it's going to go. We have cameras out. We've got dudes just standing in the way sometimes. 10 drunk idiots asking, how do I help? What do I do? Go home. Go home. You're the MVP of going home. Go home or start cleaning. We'll drink beers when we wrap it up. They'll taste better, I promise. If you got 10 drunk dudes showing up on a brew day, it can ruin it. If I tell Buddy to come over and he shows up with 4 people, I tell him all to go home. Go home. Brew with people that are passionate about making beer. Don't brew with people that just want to get drunk. I mean, ultimately, we're cooking food. Imagine cooking food, preparing a meal, and you got 6 people show up in your kitchen and start drinking beers. It'd be horrible. That's it. Check those things out. Other than the magazines, everything I just talked about is free. Anything I'm forgetting? Homebrew for Life is going back to its traditional way. No broadcast. Everything broadcast will be on its own shitty channel on Spotify. We've chopped up some clips, so maybe we could just tune it into 5-minute certain clips on a certain topic without trying to commit to a 90-minute podcast. Pretty much doing exactly what Joe Rogan does. Stealing his template to the T. Do a 2-hour podcast and then take 5-minute clips and try to get more views off those. We still might be doing the live stream on Homebrew for Life, but I think it's just going to be me and Maury talking with the chat. I just want to keep it separate. I'm trying to have people on in the craft beer scene from San Diego, but the whole pulse of the live stream is the chat. So I think on Homebrew for Life, we're going to do just a weekly live stream with me and Maury just talking homebrewing the whole time with the chat. And then delete the video as soon as we're off so it doesn't show up as a 2-hour raw video on Homebrew for Life. I'm not too sure. Anyways, this video has gone on long enough. Thank you for watching. Cheers to eating good. Cheers to drinking good. I need food. Shout out to these guys.
Perfect. Yes, perfect.
Probably isn't good for you, is it?
Still rolling.
Well, better be pickled on.